Hello and welcome. If you're new here, do me a huge favor and click that subscribe button down below for content like this and many more. For all your current subscribers, thank you very much for liking, for sharing, for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Now, what do I have next to me? This is the all-new 2025 Kia K4. This is the replacement for the Kia Forte, and this is an all-new vehicle for Kia, which I'm very proud of. And before I continue, I want to give a big thank you to Kia for flying me out to beautiful Austin, Texas. I've been here for a few days and they flew me out so I can review this vehicle. Thank you very much, Kia. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm going to talk about this vehicle, go over all the specs, the features, the technology, and then I go for my usual quick drive and final thoughts. Stay tuned. That is coming up next. All right, let's talk 2025 Kia K4. This is the replacement of the Kia Forte, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. And it's a very striking little car. It's beautiful design. I do like the front end, very aggressive, mean looking front end, and especially the headlights, kind of like an angry bird eye LED turn signals on both ends, of course, and the daytime running lights. My tester is the GT line 2-liter non-turbo, which I'll go over the engine specs in a little bit. I just want to make that distinction because I will be reviewing the turbo version, and on this trip all the vehicles are the exact same color. But anyway, moving on the front, you got this very aggressive styling on the headlights, a little similar to its sibling, the EV9, which is nice adoption on a sedan. So that's the low beam right there. It does have low and high beam LED. This one being the GT line, it does have a very aggressive front end bumper. The radar sensor lives on the bottom there, which for the automatic braking, lane departure, and keep a lane centering technology in conjunction with the camera mounted in the windshield. And as you can see, I have the turn signals turned on, so you guys can see what that looks like. My tester is sitting on Kumo Majestic tires, excuse me. They're all season, wrapped in an 18-inch wheel because this is the GT line. And the wheels are slightly different on the turbo model. Again, I'll be mentioning the turbo model a lot because I'm going to be reviewing that as well. I believe the turbo model wheels are all black. This one is not, but they're very good looking wheels. I do like the black mirror caps, integrated turn signals on each mirror. You do have the button for the keyless entry right there. So this is what the key looks like. So you have lock, unlock, trunk open, panic, and then remote start, which this vehicle has. This one, my tester does have a very large sunroof, it could be panoramic, but not quite, but it's still nice and light. It does have the GT premium package, which includes the wheels, the overall styling, Harman Kardon sound system, keyless entry, the upgraded infotainment, which I'll go over in a second. I do like this is a very unique touch that Kia did, removing the door handles from the actual door and the back door, which is pretty cool, which they live right here. And of course, you can open it this way, and I'll go over the interior in a little bit. And it does have that little kind of like a hatchback coupe look. And moving on to the back, we have combination taillights, so incandescent turn signals and brake light with LED taillight. This is why I have the lights on so you guys can see what that looks like. And you got GT line back to the side, new Kia logo, and this is how you get into the trunk. There's the backup camera. My Tesla does not have a 360 camera, which the turbo does have. And while we're back here, let's take a look at the trunk. It is a very large trunk for its class. This has 14.6 cubic inches of space. You can fold the seats down, which this little lever's right here. And I'm happy to report there is a spare tire, which is a ridiculous thing that other brands are removing from their cars. Happy to see that Kia decided to keep the spare tire alive. And this way you're not fooling around with a can of Fix-A-Flat on the side of the road. All right, let's take a look at the engine bay. Talk about the specs, the numbers of the drivetrain, and then we go inside for the tech, the features, and then we go for my final drive, for a drive and final thoughts. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's take a look at the engine bay. Sitting under this very nice shapely hood, excuse my shadow, is a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. This one is making 147 horsepower and 132 pounds-feet of torque, mated to a CVT transmission, powering the front wheels only. There is a turbo model, which I will be reviewing that as well. And this one gets healthy fuel economy numbers. And let me look at the sticker for this. And I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, my tester is $28,345 as tested, which is an excellent bargain, being that modern cars are absolutely ridiculously expensive. So it's very refreshing to see a vehicle that is under $30K or under $48,000, which is the national average transaction price in modern day vehicles. And all right, let's take a look at the interior, the tech, and then we go for a quick drive. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's step inside the 2025 Kia K4. I have the vehicle running. Of course, it does have blind spot warning. You have to see the little triangle there in the mirror. And stepping inside, the materials are very, very nice. Fit and finish is very nice. No major hard what I call knuckle breaking hard plastics. My tester, because it does have the premium package, does have heated and cool seats, which is very cool, very nice and useful. And it does have 2 memory seatings, because the seat is power, and it does have two-way lumbar support. This one does have the Harman Kardon sound system, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. And this is very nice. I do like the black and white, kind of like a panda look to the seats, which is cool. And very striking design. I do like the headrest. You got GT line right there in the middle, which is a little hard to see on camera, but because of the colors. And let's step inside. And the car is, of course, low, because it is a compact vehicle, so it's not going to be traditionally high. And let me turn on climate control here, because it is got a little warm talking outside in the sun. Now, in front of me, you do have an industry-leading 12.3-inch infotainment display and cluster, which, as you can see, you do have complete virtual gauges, which is very, very nice. This vehicle does have automatic high beam, automatic headlights, fully adaptive cruise control, lane centering, lane departure warning, highway driving assist. You do have different drive modes. So you have normal, sport, and I think you could probably, let me see if you could hold down. Usually you hold the thing down and it does different modes, but this one has normal and sport, which is fine. Moving around the center console, the badges, you do have Kia's latest infotainment system, nicely updated. It does now has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and one of the first and first for the segment, it will have over-the-air updates, which that means is your vehicle will keep up with the times, and you can update the infotainments over time. You could download custom theme gauges, so you can really customize your vehicle. So for example, you can make it look like, pick a basketball team, and you can do all sorts of things with it, which is pretty cool. So nice little touch to personalize your own vehicle, and I like it. I like it. It's pretty cool. Right now, this is the home screen. Of course, you could do, it does have satellite radio and all that fun stuff. My Tesla does have backup camera, of course. It doesn't have the 360 camera because that's for the turbo model. Auto brake hold in the middle. And you do have USB, high power USB-C here in the front, and you do have a wireless charging pad. And I gotta say, I had my phone laying on this thing, and it's nice and sturdy. It doesn't go anywhere. You have an additional power outlet right there. I do like that there is a real volume knob. Thank you, Kia, for not removing the volume knob out of the car. And quite amazingly, as I'm filming this, a Kia Forte just rolled in, which is pretty unique and interesting to see the previous version alongside the all-new 2025 model. I swear I did not make that up. I didn't plan that, but that's kind of cool that I did that. And in the middle, you do have kind of like the climate control screen here, like a little helper screen, so you can see what's going on. But if you do need to extend it, you can just click on this plus sign, and then it fully expands the infotainment there, and you can see pretty much the whole thing. The sync, heated, and of course it does have dual zone climate control. I forgot to mention that. Dual zone climate control. I do like it that it has physical controls for home screen, one for the button, one for let me just change that a little bit here. There you go. Search, so you can start typing. It does have, of course, built-in Google points of interest. Media, so you can select all your media controls here. It does have sounds of nature, which is a little silly, but if you just want to relax, you could turn that on. Favorites button, so you can set your favorites for whatever you want, whatever your heart desires, and then the setup button to get into the setup screen and vehicle functions and connectivity and things of that nature. Moving on to the center console. Oh, and the start button lives right here. And before I go to the center console, let's just go to the steering wheel. You do have paddle shifters here, which are, in this particular trim, are simulated gears. So it does simulated gears as if it would be a traditional transmission. I do like the steering wheel is very, very nice. I do like the white with the Kia logo here. You do have on the left side, you have the controls for your cruise control and lane keep assist on the side here. And on the right, you do have the media control. So voice command, mode button, favorites, pick up and hang up, volume up and down, and mute. If you click down, you can mute your media. And in the middle here, you have your drive mode selector. This one is not, of course, it's not heated, but I believe, I'm not sure, I will find out later when I get my hands on the turbo model if it is heated on that particular trim. And moving on to the center console now, I do like this trick hideaway cup holders, which is very, very cool, because you can do this and you have a massive, very deep well here. So for context purposes, this is a water bottle, and you can close it and it stays in place there. And same for the for the back center console. You do have that's decent sized cubby hole, and of course center glove box right there. All right, let's move on to the back seats, and then we go for a quick drive and final thoughts. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's step in the back of the 2025 Kia K4. Door handle is right here, which is very cool, very stealthy. And the materials continue just like the front. Kia did not skimp and forgot about the back seat passengers. And for context purposes, I am 5'8". The seat is adjusted to how I drive. Plenty of leg room and plenty of headroom. I don't know if you can see me in the mirror, but very, very spacious back here for real size adults. You do have LED lighting right here, which is very cool. You could just press that to turn them on. I think you can turn on individually. Can you? Nope, you cannot. That's fine. turn them on or both individually together. Seat pocket only in the passenger side for some reason. And you do have USB-C ports right here. You have a little cubby to put your devices to charge. And it's not a bad place to be back here. Similar treatment as in the front with the white and black seats. And nice little armrest with cup holders. And that's pretty much it. And there's a look at the infotainment screen and steering wheel, which looks very classy and definitely punching above its weight. All right, let's go for a drive. First ever drive of the 2025 Kia K4. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's drive the 2025 Kia K4. And again, this is, I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I am driving the 2-liter naturally aspirated version. The reason I keep saying that is because they gave us, they're all the same color. So, and I'm not personally a fan of CVTs. Both of my personal vehicles are not CVT powered. I mean CVT transmissions, but I gotta say, as someone who is not a fan of CVT, this one, it's very, very smooth and it behaves like a traditional step, automatic. Which most people are not gonna, to be honest, most people are not gonna notice the difference. In day-to-day driving, it feels and drives like a normal transmission. And actually, as I'm driving here, let me take out the window sticker for fuel economy information. So, fuel economy EPA rated for this vehicle are 33 miles per gallon combined, 29 city and 39 highway. I am pretty sure that you driving this normal, you could probably get more than what the sticker says. But overall, that's still, those are still excellent numbers, in my opinion. Glove box size is a decent size as well. Keep in mind, folks, that this vehicle, this trim is not the Goes Fast version, so it's not intended to be burning rubber or doing any street light racing. But let me see, I'm gonna merge over here, and I'm in normal mode. It's not terrible, it's okay. Now sport mode does wake it up a little bit, and I'm noticing the gauge, the changes, speed changes very quickly. The gauge cluster just changed into very red and aggressive power, which is cool, you know, nice eye candy. And but yeah, overall, I think Honda, Toyota should be very scared, and Nissan, because this is a very compelling product. I know I will reserve judgment for the turbo model, because I will be driving that next after this one. I'm gonna be switching into that model. But overall, this is a car, if I have to buy my daughter when she's driving, which nowhere near, but if I have to get her a vehicle, this would be a very good package vehicle for her, because it does have a lot of tech, a lot of customization, which the younger generation like to customize their vehicles. And it's a very safe vehicle, nicely made. You don't have to put premium fuel, anything. Even the turbo model, you don't have to put premium fuel to get good benefits out of this little engine. But anyway, this has been my first quick drive and full review of the 2025 Kia K4 with the GT line, which is mostly cosmetics. There's no power difference. I forgot to mention that. And for $28,000, like I mentioned, this is a great package. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care and stay safe.